baby mama epidemic. All these women are pretty much showing you their failures. How they choose terrible men and give children to terrible men, or give children to men that these women don't see a future with, or they cannot sustain a future with. The insanity of it. And again, this shows you that we have a problem. No, these women are not even helping out other women in the sense that they're not teaching other women to be better, to actually choose better, to at least one, marry before you carry. Some of these women are, again, single or young. Okay, and how about choose better men, vet men better, right? Take your time, see what type of man he is. Don't go for because he talks a good game, he looks good, he's tall, shit like that. No, how about go for a man that, you know what, you've seen his character, you've seen what type of man he is. He will be with you through the thick and thin. He's been with you through thick and thin. No, or he married you. No, it's like, this is the thing where, one, women have failed women, okay? And women are repeating the cycles. You think these women will not produce subsequent single moms or produce men that will produce more single moms? That's the problem. That's the problem where it is the epidemic. It's a cycle, because these single moms will then produce most likely other single moms or produce men that will create more single moms. That's the issue. This is the insanity, the absolute insanity. And it's funny that because of this song, right, the song in the beginning, women think that it's such a great thing to let me show my failures to the internet. Absolute insanity, absolute craziness that you think, oh, because of this song, let me show my failures. Let me show how I chose a terrible man and gave a child to a man I didn't see a future with. Yeah. And this is why a lot of men are seeing the insanity of it. And they're holding women accountable for their bad choices, the consequences of their actions.
You let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you a single mom.
Things like this is funny. If people give you advice, you won't listen to it. But after it happens, now you understand. It makes it seem like you were stupid to begin with. It's like you couldn't understand, oh, you know what? Be careful with who you have children with. How about marry before you carry? It seems like such a foreign concept, or like a advice that doesn't make sense. That's the thing. That's why I don't have empathy or sympathy for women, especially single mothers, because you chose these men. You chose these men. You chose to give children to these men. You chose to not marry these men. You chose not to spend time enough with these men to understand them, but you chose to give children to these men. The absolute insanity. And now she said, oh, she understands what her mom and dad were saying. Really? Because I've seen this so many times before. Like, if women see other women, right, get with terrible men, toxic men, abusive men, or in bad situations, it's like women seem to see red flags when it's their friends dealing with terrible partners, or strangers dealing with terrible partners, yet they're always blinded to red flags when it comes to them, right? When it comes to the men they date. That's the thing where I honestly believe a lot of women, maybe majority, they are attracted to toxic men, and they willingly blind themselves to red flags of terrible men. Toxic men, men that are liars or cheaters, abusers, or whatever. Women willingly ignore red flags so they can be with these terrible men. Because what? Maybe these men are charming, funny, good looking, tall, sometimes maybe even wealthy. You choose bad personality traits or bad traits that is not indicative of long-term commitment. Being tall does not equal a good relationship. Being charming, right? You know how to talk to women. It does not mean a long-term, healthy, monogamous, good relationship. That doesn't equal it. I mean, women love charming men, but that does not equal a man that will be with you for life, right? But women constantly ignore these red flags. Now, this woman is now a single mom. Essentially, her value is decreased, right? She's bringing baggage into the next relationship. Now she has higher requirement for the next man because now he has to be responsible for a child that's not his, right? It's just the women don't understand what they've done in their past will bring more hardship into their future, will make it harder for them in the next relationship because, again, they get more jaded, their personalities change, they're more, disagreeable, or they're harder to deal with. They come with more responsibilities. It's just, and you wonder why even good men will find that hard to want to deal with, because it's a lose-lose situation.
Your mom is so freaking hard.
You let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you a single mom.
The absolute insanity that any woman want men to ignore the consequences of their actions. Your child to another man that's not his father will show him that this is the sign of your failure. This is the sign that you chose a man to have a child with that you couldn't be with for the rest of your life for long-term commitment. So no, he's not going to see this as your coolest part. At best, he can accept it and look past it. But it will always be a sign that your failure, that you chose a man to give a child to and it didn't work out. And now it's also a sign where now if he wants to be with you, he's going to have to take up that responsibility that you made, right? That's the craziness. That's the thing that women don't understand. Where they want the world, society to negate the consequences of their actions, to take away the accountabilities, where there are no mistakes, or they don't feel the fallout for the decisions they made. This is why people have always said to at least marry before you carry, to do as much as you can to negate the consequences, or to be sure of your choices. So many people take having children so lightly, and yet marriage is not that big of a deal. It's just, it amazes me for women, a lot of women, to think, oh, let me bring a life into this world. But you know what? Me marrying a man that I want a child with, that's a lot of responsibility, or I'm not sure about that. The insanity of that, where this is your body we're talking about, and yet women are they think so little of their own body, like having children or who they're having sex with. It amazes me. But this is the thing, at the end of the day, more and more men are holding women accountable for the actions they've done. That's why it matters. That's why a woman like this is now hoping a man would think her having a kid is cool. Because she's having issues in the dating market. That's the thing. It's not me just rambling about shit. It's that women are actually experiencing it. Women are actually experiencing the consequences of their actions. Her actions, having a child with a man that she couldn't be with in a relationship for long term, or for the rest of her life, married. Now, the results, the consequences of that, the next men, they have issue with it. She's having problems with finding a suitable partner because of the mistakes she's made.
You don't have to use my name.
To do that.
But
She
I'm
had
just
to do
saying,
that.
it's still.
I can't get a house in my name. I can't
can't get a car in my name because you messed up my credit.
I
I'm 26
understand.
years
I
old.
understand that.
I can't even
And
get a house in my name. My credit is messed up. I got 10 evictions. What's up with that? What's up with that?
Audrey, listen, sometimes parents gotta do what they gotta do. But she was wrong for it, but sometimes parents gotta do what they gotta
But
do.
you didn't have to call the police on me. We could talk about this. We can work this out. You know, I mean, I'm sorry I had to do what I had to do, baby. You know, I was just, you know, living life, and life hit me hard with having you guys for,
So
you
what
know.
am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to stay? How can I get a car? I Uber all the time. I can't even afford to get a car because my credit's messed up. You got all these credit card bills in my name.
You can stay with one of us. You can stay with one of us. You know?
It ain't no
and then
room
we can
to
help
stay
you.
with one of you.
I'm here to break that stigma that mothers are perfect or women are perfect. Women are natural caregivers or nurturers. That women are the ones that automatically should have the children, should be the ones who take care of the children. No, it depends on the person. Neither, it don't matter about gender, because this woman, it's toxic. That's the toxicity right there. That is toxic. And this is the thing where this is part of the society where we take away accountability. We take away consequences from women. And in this cases, single mothers. We take away it. Society praises single mothers. You can do no wrong, right? You're perfect. You're great. You know, you're struggling. No. Even she said, right? Even her friend was taking away accountability. Oh, she had to do what she had to do. Did she? Because I could have sworn from her own freaking mouth, she said, I had to live life. Live life? 10 evictions? No. You were, one, a irresponsible adult. Two, you were also a terrible and irresponsible mother. This is the thing where, this is the problem with society, especially when it comes to women, where we do not hold women accountable. We do not hold women accountable for their actions and the words that they say. We make excuses. We sympathize, we support women no matter the crap they do. But they're no better than men. They're no better. And see, I'm not taking away accountability from men. Men are shitty too. And I would call that out. But it's not about the gender that makes you shitty. It's about the person. Here is a shitty person no matter what gender she is. But this is the problem with society. We make it out. Society makes it out. If you're a woman, you're infallible. You don't have to worry about the consequences. You don't have to suffer the consequences. No. Here's the thing where this woman did not suffer. Try not to suffer from her consequences and push it on to her child, her daughter. And I've seen this in other instances where mothers do this. They put on their struggles or their problems onto their children. And then their children will suffer from it. And their children will pretty much become terrible adults. Now this woman will essentially kind of be a leech because financially she's already unstable. She's already off to a bad footing financially. So that's just a lot. And again, no one's holding her foot to the fire. She messed up her life, and now she messed up her daughter's life. And just saying like, oh, she did what she had to do. No, she didn't. Bad credit, that's your own choice. Evictions, that's your choice. You made that. You didn't have to get evicted, right? You didn't have to have bad credit. You didn't have to put shit on your children's name. This is the thing. That's disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. She is a disgusting human being. Absolutely irresponsible. And we don't say this enough, that these women are just, they're terrible. They're toxic. We don't say it enough. We don't show it enough.